I bring greetings from the UN family, United Nations family in Kenya. I also bring apologies from our UN resident coordinator, who unfortunately could not make it to join us today. My name, as introduced, is Anna Mutavati. I am the country representative of UN Women to Kenya. I am joined here by members of the United Nations family in Kenya. And we are also honored to be hosting the Deputy Executive Director of the United Nations Population Fund, who is visiting Kenya from New York. Let me begin by thanking you, Your Excellency, for your presence today as we commemorate this year's International Women's Day. Your participation is proof of your personal commitment and your dedication and the dedication of your government to honor women while advancing gender equality. Distinguished guests and excellencies today we are joining the rest of the world in commemorating the International Women's Day under the theme, Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress. We celebrate the progress that we have made globally and in Kenya in terms of advancing the rights of women, but also reflecting and gearing up for the persistent and emerging challenges that confront us today. Allow me, Excellency, Mr. President, sir, to share a few data points to demonstrate the theme for this year. According to the report on the Sustainable Development Goals, there is no country in the world that is on track to achieving gender equality by 2030. Globally, 1 in every 10 women is living in extreme poverty. More than 1 in every 4 women lacks access to safe drinking water. Only 17% of inventors in international patents in 2022 were women, compared to 83%. Closer home in Kenya, women spend approximately 5 hours per day doing unpaid work, which is about 5 times more than men do. We all know that this keeps women from engaging in economic activity and advancing themselves and their families. Additionally, female-headed households are poorer than male-headed households in Kenya. So female-headed household poverty stands at 38.8% compared to 32.7% for male-headed households. Rural female-headed households have the highest poverty rate at 42.5%. Your Excellency, Mr. President, since today is about celebration, I would like to celebrate Kenya on the impressive progress that the government has made to date. In 2022, in the general elections, we saw a record number of women who were elected to positions of governor. Kenyans in 7 counties entrusted 7 women governors with leadership to deliver on the promise of devolution. Congratulations, Kenya. Indeed, yesterday you joined us and the 7 women governors and all the well-wishers as the governors launched their strategy to deliver this promise on devolution and to grow the number of women governors from the current 7 to 24. Secondly, we celebrate your personal commitment, His Excellency, by driving the not more than 2/3 gender rule to its finality. This will be historical, Your Excellency, and a legacy for women and girls. Thirdly, we celebrate Kenya's efforts towards the adoption of the policy on care work, joining Ivory Coast, the only other country that has this policy on the African continent. Fourthly, we commend your government's leadership on generation equality aimed at ending all forms of violence against women. And even as we celebrate, we are also aware of the rising cases of femicide that have continued to dog this country. As I end, Excellency, let me make a few recommendations. 1, the need to invest in education and skill development programs that empower girls and women to study science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Secondly, to expedite the passing of and adoption of the care policy, which will free up women and increase the investments that will reduce the burden of unpaid care work on women. Thirdly, Excellency, is to call for increased resources towards your commitments on gender-based violence, including the rising issues of teenage pregnancy. And lastly, let us also give the best present ever to the people of Kenya by finally adopting that law that has been elusive on the 2/3 gender rule. As the UN in Kenya, we commit to walk step by step with you and your government during this very tremendous journey towards gender equality. I thank you.